On this episode of Before the
Tries to
Shift.
call me crazy for having boundaries with my body, even though, okay, I could be a little crazy sometimes. I tell you, God don't like ugly. He don't. And he made me gorgeous. So, because I was so into the idea of sex, not only in a sexual way, but in a spiritual way, in a bonding way, in a connective way, this month we've been in a limbo. Okay, this turned into a therapy session really quick. I'm sorry. What the fuck is there to hide? I can fight. I got money. Why I gotta lie? Male and females can be friends simply because I had to come out of trauma response reaction to things. They kiss in the third eye, and the third eye is your consciousness. They trying to suck out your conscious. They want to make you stupid. I might get eaten up for this video, and I don't even care because I am an avid man hater until a man shows me that he can be better than what's being shown. Y'all ever sit and ask God, like, why didn't you make me gay? I could have had smooth sailing, about 3 kids and a beautiful wife by now if I didn't like the male race, but sadly I do. Y'all, I don't know what I did. And mind you, I don't even have anything written for this. This is straight off the dome because the week I just had, it is Friday. I got paid. I had a party today. There's just a lot going on. But you want to know what really pisses me off? Men. Well, not really men necessarily, but boys. So this episode podcast is going to be about boys, toys, and disappointments. So exciting. And must I say, I don't know. I didn't really think I needed cards for this one because of how predictable men are. They're so predictable. It's almost to the point where, like, they strengthen my psychic ability because there's no way I'd be telling them what it is and they still go and do something else. So in this video, let's just start with, I'm gonna tell y'all how to not catch feelings, okay? Because somehow, even though men and women agree on like having flings and things, feelings can sometimes still get caught in the ethers. So when I tell men I'm heartless, they be thinking I'm joking, but this is how I stay and remain heartless. For one, no good morning and good night text. See, we don't do that here. We can text throughout the day. We can keep up with each other's days. But as in regards to constantly having that check-in of a good night and a good morning, I don't need it. You could keep it. I don't even like mornings. So number 2, no cuddling. If you're friends with benefits, y'all are releasing enough endorphins as is. Don't be cuddling that man. I don't care. After you do what you do, if he wants to cuddle, you whip out them Uno cards. I told you I want to play. Get up. I'm cuddling. So don't do none of that cuddle shit. Number 3, no staying to the morning. I don't know what the gist is with y'all and y'all flings, but if you don't want to catch feelings, don't spend the night. Don't stay. It could be 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., as long as you leave before the sunlight. Number 4, this is a big one. This is like number 1. I should move this one to number 1. Don't do no forehead kisses. I don't know who started that. I don't know when it became a thing to do amongst people that aren't in a relationship, but unless y'all full-blown girlfriend, wife, why are y'all kissing each other on the forehead? You want to know what I think these niggas is doing when they kiss you on the forehead? They kiss in the third eye, and the third eye is your consciousness. They trying to suck out your conscious. They want to make you stupid. Every time these men kiss you on the forehead, they're making you stupid. They are. So that is the golden rule as to how to not catch feelings. If you need any more tips, you can leave them down below, or I'll just let you guys know in the next video if you need any more tips on that. In regards to disappointments, I wish there was a certain category I could place men in regards to disappointments, but I just kind of think they're an all-around disappointment. I don't really know even where to start, you know. Boyfriends, let's say. So I've never actually gone further than 3 months with a man because I'm very quick. I like to show my crazy quick. I like to show my personality quick. I like to show my boundaries, how strict it is around here, very quick. Very quick. Because why feed around the bush? Why like hide the crazy? It just doesn't make sense. I don't really get past the 4 month mark in regards to talking stages, but it's fine because wean them out. Sometimes you gotta wean out the winner, get out all the non-contenders. Oh, another one. Don't cook for that nigga. Don't make him breakfast. Don't make him dinner. Lunch. See, that's like it's a different. But dinner. Breakfast? No. Do not make that nigga no dinner or no breakfast. I don't care. I might get eaten up for this video and I don't even care because I am an avid man hater until a man shows me that he can be better than what's being shown today as a collective whole. What else? I would say let's talk about toys, but I'm not even an advocate for toys. Like I never gotten the Rose. Now, for being for real, the only vibrator that I have currently is the bunny. She's pink, she's really cute, and she has a little, section with another section on top of it that kind of stimulates your G spot area, which I don't get because I don't use that. And honestly, let's really get into it now. Now, this is something that I have not told the collective. I once had a sexologist page on Instagram. Yes, my hairstylist page that I have now, because I do braid hair, follow me, was a sexologist page before it was a hair braiding page. Yes, it was. One, because I was always highly interested in the idea of sex. I was always so enamored by just the science behind it, the physical action behind it, the emotions that are released, the endorphins, all of that. I was always so into the study of sex in itself. So I turned my Instagram into a sexologist page, and I went into that because I was speaking about vibrators. Mind you, I have slight ADHD. It's undiagnosed, but that'll definitely explain why I go from one topic to another topic to another topic to another topic, then I wrap back around to the first topic. But in regards to the vibrator, then I'll get back to the sexologist page. I just think personally, now this is a personal response, there's no science or educated response to back this up, but I don't ever want to overstimulate my nerves down there. So I stopped using vibrators and toys altogether because I honestly think the hand can do enough. That sounds crazy. But when it also comes to you and your partner, I kind of think the challenge with the vibrator could be a lot in regards to stimulation. But if you are someone who uses the vibrator by yourself and then you include your partner within the magic of the vibrator, then that's a whole nother story. I think that is wonderful and definitely something that should be implemented if you feel like you're not reaching your O, or if you think the only way to reach your O is through a vibrator. Now, back to the idea of me being a sexologist. It was something that I was into for a very long time, but because I was so into the idea of sex and the idea of sharing my body with another person, not only in a sexual way, but in a spiritual way, in a bonding way, in a connective way, you realize that not every man sees it the same way. I be thinking I have nice, clear cut discussions with men in regards to what we're doing, what we are. But then sometimes trying to put a man on a schedule is not always the best thing because then they feel used. They feel like they're an object. But in reality, whatever. But men don't really, I think a lot of men don't think women view sex in the same way that they do, when in reality, especially in today's day and age, a lot of women just want to fuck too, and I really think that's hard to grasp for men sometimes. So when they do all of these other things, it confuses us. Like I said, very strict ship around here. If you don't like the ship rules, you can hop off the fucking side. But then I also bring up that point in regards to just the double standard on how men can just go around and not be considered a hoe, even though they are. Your dick is dirty if you fuck with more than one woman. But then I also do agree that the same goes for women. And, especially in today's day and age, women are very sexually liberated. That is a double standard that I think not a lot of women agree with me on. But then I'm like, no, if I'm going to have sex with a man, I want to know what you're doing. I want to know who else you're fucking with. I want to know that you're not lying to me and I can be truthful with you. I should also give the same in return. I don't know why men always think I'm lying, but I'm the most honest person I know, because what the fuck is there to hide? I can fight. I got money. Why I gotta lie? That 1 equal 2 and it's not. So there's that. And lastly, I just feel. That kind of leads me to my next point of communication, which I thought I had a nice grasp on, but I guess I didn't. Then that kind of leads me to the next idea of how situationships and friends with benefits and how all of those are kind of like umbrellaed under relationships, especially since I just got dubbed because he didn't want a relationship even though we agreed to be fuck buddies. I don't know where the relationship came from. Like, I swear, guys, I'm just as confused as you. Hence why I'm here recording a podcast at 9 o'clock at night. How are we finna make an agreement? Because if you ask me, friends with benefits is an agreement, right? Sign up for the agreement. Now, mind you, I could really out this man right now if I wanted to. But when starting our friendship, we literally started off with saying, hey, if you're speaking to anyone else, if you have feelings for anyone else, if you think this may not be going anywhere, let me know so that we can still be on the same page and in sync with each other and then move on from there. This month we've been in a limbo. Okay, this turned into a therapy session really quick. I'm sorry. But you know what? Maybe a woman out there can compare with me and be like, oh, okay, so I'm not delusional. Men are just fucking crazy. Yes, they are. And he tried to call me crazy. He tried to call me crazy for having boundaries with my body and wanting to know what the fuck he was doing with his body. Even though, okay, I could be a little crazy sometimes. Ooh, okay. If I'm too much for you, get bigger hands. Or I'm just gonna have to get a nigga with a bigger hands. Since hands, I'm gonna have to get a nigga with bigger hands. I got a one-track mind, I swear to God. That leads me. Where does that lead me? So with accountability is key. Let me say that. Accountability is key. It is. And I think I take a lot of accountability, so I think it really makes me mad when other people don't, or when other people feed around the bush and don't really want to give you the full like rundown of what's going on. So I be wanting to know what people are up to. You know what? Let me stop trying to navigate what the fuck this was, because I swear to God, he just did not like me. I swear. So I don't know. I don't know, chat, because now I'm just in a deep thought. I feel as if we have to sit down. We have to have a conversation. But you know what? Some men don't even want to have a conversation once they're not feeling you no more. But you want to know, this only happens with me. I be so straightforward with everything that I do. Everything that I do, everything that I say, all of my actions have responses because I do everything with intention. So I expect everybody who I bring around and in my life to have the same movement I do. And if you don't, then I'm gonna have questions, because why aren't you as real? Why are you moving with weird intention other than good intention? Like, did it not say in the Bible to move with good intention? I'm just out here doing willy-nilly. I tell you, God don't like ugly. He don't. And he made me gorgeous. So I don't know. Then there's the dating pool. Okay, like, I don't know. There's this other thing I don't believe in, and that's PDA. Unless you are girlfriend and boyfriend, husband and wife, I think there should be no levels of PDA. I don't know why everyone doesn't feel the same. Stop claiming me in public. Like, you are messing up my steez. Do you know who I am? Do you know the kind of power that I hold? I can't just be out here being touched by no willy-nilly. And if you are that guy, I still want you to keep it on the low. I don't care if you're the finest motherfucker in this room. Don't touch me. I feel like that happened to me way too often. As somebody that used to have a lot of male friends, I used to know what the appearance of male friends look like to the male eye. And I understood it. And it led me into a phase of my life where I took out all the male friends in my life and I didn't really consider any male in my life an acquaintance. You know, I had a few clients. I had a few clients that I was really close with, but even then, as you grow older and you grow out of likeness with them, whether that be the same job or just interested in the same things, you're not really, I don't consider them friends and I wouldn't want to. So I would say that was a problem within my last situationship because I didn't really believe in the idea of male and female being friends because of how traumatized I was from my last male relationships. Now, maybe I can get into that in another video, but somehow I always think there's like a hidden innuendo when it comes to male and female relationships when there doesn't have to be. I had to grow out of that maturity very quickly and abruptly, especially when I was being introduced to husbands and wives of husbands from people I went to high school with. Like, it seemed very likely to have those relationships, but I even fell out of those friend groups. So it's like, was everything or any of those friendships even substantial to call them my friends after I've had those fallouts? You guys probably don't understand what I'm saying because I'm speaking in code damn near at this point. But I do say that to say that for women that do have insecurities when it comes to their male partners being friends with females, I think it is something to go couple to couple. Simply because I do believe that unless they have a strong bond that can be solidified with both parties of the relationship present in like one room, then that's the only way you can claim it as a friendship between the guy, the male, and a female. Only because I've seen a lot of backdoor situations where like, yeah, that's my best friend, and then they fucking, or yeah, that's my guy best friend, and then she's like passenger princess in his whip. So it's like a lot. It's a very thin line, but that's why I say take it couple by couple, because for me, I think I had a very eye-opening experience when I realized that male and females can be friends, simply because I had to come out of a trauma response reaction to things, because I knew that I was traumatized by something that I went through personally, and I had to stop reacting that way. Okay, therapy. Okay, see, who needs therapy when you can start a podcast? That was good. I only say that because it's the insecurity that I dealt with, simply because I've had male friendships that claimed themselves as being my best friend and then kind of had like a switch that went off when it was just destined that I just claimed them as a best friend. And very few females know what that feels like, but if you do know what that feels like, it's a very traumatizing experience, because you do love these people the same. Like, I loved all of these male friendships that I had like brothers, but it sometimes doesn't work out like that. And then sexual chemistry is a whole nother thing, and then people get drunk and say things. Like, for me, I think my attraction to the male race speaks volume. And if I'm calling you my genuine friend, there's zero sexual attraction. If I'm calling you bestie, I want to fuck. It's a point blank period. If I'm calling you bestie and I'm flirting with you, I want to fuck you. If I'm calling you my friend, then you are my friend. I see zero sexual attraction towards you, and I see zero sexual relation towards you. And I only know that because I have a friend like that, because I have a client like that I treat like as my genuine friend. I go to him with my advice. He gives me genuine advice on males and how they move, and I appreciate that. And it's something in my 26 years of living that I haven't had for a while, because I fell out with that last male friendship like about 3 years ago. So I say that to say, maybe that's why this nigga stopped talking. If a nigga can't even tell you to his face, to your face, I need to stop drinking wine. If a man can't even tell you to your face why he stopped messing with you, you won. You won. You want to know why? Because you can write whatever narrative you want to write now. If you could say you got the best pussy in the world, that's why he left. You could say you was just too beautiful for him, he used to ugly bitches. You could say his mom was racist. Who knows? His mom probably was racist, but you dodged a bullet because he stopped fucking with you and he didn't explain why. So you won, sister. You won. Have you ever dealt with a racist stepmom? I don't know. My best friend in high school, she dealt with a stepmom that just, not a stepmom, but a in-law mom of a boyfriend that she was dating that did not like her, to the point where she ripped up her high school theater once on this island headshot.
I am so sorry if you made it this far into the video. Thank you so much. If you want a part 2, give this video a thumbs up. It cut out the last 6 minutes, but honestly, I was talking way too much. But I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.